to class this morning. We're gonna begin to just settle down and just begin to breathe slowly in child's pose. So let's go ahead and open up our knees, or you can keep them closed actually for this morning just to begin. Begin keeping your knees closed. We're gonna relax our forehead down, breathing in, gently allowing those arms to rest. And just to hang heavy here as you let go. During this morning, we're going to learn to surrender. We're going to learn to flow and open up our hamstrings, to open up our hearts, and even our psoas muscles. Breathing in. Gently allowing the top of the hands to rest even deeper. Allowing for yourself to connect a little bit closer into the earth. Breathing in. Allowing your breath to expand your lungs. Connecting internally as you become mindful of every move you'll create this morning. And just noticing the subtle changes of your energy, of your body, as we begin to open up our lower part of the body. Take one full deep breath and exhale, sigh it out. We're going to gently begin to expand and extend those arms, hands, fingers, everything forward. Breathing in, gazing slightly forward towards the front of the mat. And gently, we're going to begin to reach as your hips come up, and then we're going to lower them down into our locust pose. As you release them down, continue with your rhythmic breath, peeling your heart open as your collarbones broaden up sideways, and you allow the top of the feet to begin to gently press down. Pressing down, rooting down, and grounding into the earth through your fingertips, your finger knuckles, through your palms, your forearms, through your elbows, through your pelvic floor muscles, all the way down into the top of the toes. Gently allow your heart to come on down one more time and begin to open up nice and wide. Bring those elbows to create some tense in your arms, and maybe stay on your fingertips here. Pressing down firmly, we're going to begin rolling up. So allow the head to be the last thing that comes up. Bringing those shoulder blades together. Inhale. And then come back down, release that head down. Breathing, engaging, pressing through the pelvic floor muscles. Breathing up. And then rolling back down. Moving gently, inhale, roll up. And exhale down. When you're ready, just begin to press those palms towards the back, right behind you. You're gonna press them together. So palms kissing, and then inhale. Bring that heart up as you press gently through the top of your feet. Breathing in. and breathing out gently. Coming back into the mat, back into your locust pose. Try to feel like somebody's pulling you forward from your heart. Extending out your lumbar spine, breathing in and creating some space here between your low ribs and your hips. We're going to gently begin to bend that right knee out into the side. You can stay here at a 90-degree level. Or you may go ahead and try to push yourself a little bit to the side, to the left side of your body. And you're gonna turn or pivot that forearm into the right side of the mat. So once you're supported right here, same 90 degrees, just press down with the palm, and then maybe you bring that right knee out into the side. Make sure this arm, the left arm, is nice and aligned. Breathing in, you're gonna extend out the right leg. Inhale, right foot all the way up, pointing those toes, and then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, right leg all the way up, exhale down. And one more time, inhale all the way up, and exhale. Perfect. We're gonna bend both of our knees. Breathing in, staying here. And if you're here, we're gonna press those knees a little bit back, aligning them with your spine. And then open up the right knee out into the side. You may lift that right foot out and then exhale, gently close it in. Inhale out and up. Exhale, in. Inhale, up. And exhale. You're beginning to feel, one more time, that right thigh, right glute to begin to awaken here. And then come gently, roll back into the front of the mat, back into neutral. Inhale, keeping those knees nice and bent. Try to lift up your heart here and open up, right in through the collarbones. We're gonna gently begin to extend out our feet, our legs all the way back. And we're gonna turn into that left side. So bend that left knee, breathing in and breathing out. Try to level out through the hips, allowing that left hip to come a little bit down. When you're ready, we're gonna begin to make that twist if this feels good for you. So bring that right forearm to be parallel into the front of the mat. Pressing down through your hands, you're gonna push that left knee out. Maybe right foot comes here. And then maybe you extend it. Once you're here, you're pressing firmly. Don't hang through the right shoulder. Allow that right shoulder to be engaged. Breathing in, inhale. Lift up that left foot up and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. We're gonna bend both of our knees and then begin to push back once again to align the knees into the spine. If you're here, we're gonna open up left knee out, left thigh out, and back. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. Begin to feel that shift of energy rolling back into neutral pose, aligning your forearms back into locust pose, but closing in on your feet. Inhale, peel your heart open and allow your body, your mind, your soul, just to rest and to surrender into this moment, the present moment. Gently release those feet down. And we're gonna begin to push slightly back. Begin to create a nice roll in your spine. So rolling that spine, begin to come all the way forward. And then arch your back, kick those hips back into the heels. Make it a slow movement here. Allow this gentle move to begin to give you knowledge of your body, of how you feel. One more time, push those hips back as you arch. Gently release that head down and then roll all the way forward. Once again, we're gonna meet on tabletop. So find your alignment here. When you're ready, pressing down through those fingertips, finding the strength through the finger knuckles and pressing down right in between your thumb and your pointer finger. So breathing in, aligning those knees, pressing down firmly. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale. Roll it back. Push down through your fingers, through your hands. And when you're ready, begin to lift up that right arm all the way up. Exhale. Gently thread the needle. Press that hand into the left side. Allowing that right shoulder to surrender into the earth. And level out the hips here. As your tailbone tries to shoot up into the sky. You're balancing the weight through the knees. Maybe extending out that left arm and releasing your heart to open up into this twist. Maybe taking that bind for you, depending on your morning, on how you're feeling. Be gentle and just rest into each pose. Maybe extending out that left foot just for a little bit. Inhale. And then exhale. Release that left knee back down. Unbind when you're ready. Inhale, lift up that right arm all the way up. Exhale, release. Extend out that right leg all the way back. Finding alignment, gazing towards the horizon. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend out. Try to grow longer here sideways. Exhale. Open up, keep that right knee bent and open up into the side. Exhale. Inhale, open up. And close it in. Inhale. From here, you're gonna extend out that right leg, like you're kicking your right foot. Slowly, gently, and gently just begin to release that right foot down. And begin to walk your hands towards your hips here. Breathing in. You may stay here, or just to begin to gently just release into the right side. That right hand can stay on your thigh. Maybe you can even bend a little bit that right knee, or just try to place that right hand on your shin or on your ankle. Breathing in. Inhale, lift up that left hand all the way overhead. Pressing those hips forward. Allow this pose to let you breathe into the side body. We're surrendering into the right side. Moving slowly and gently with life. Coming back to center. Releasing those hands back into the mat, back into the earth. Bring that right leg all the way up and back. Wonderful. And then just release your right knee back down. Tuck your toes. Lift up your hips and push back into the heels. Begin to roll down and forward. And then arch your back once again. Push it back. Inhale. When you're ready, we're gonna come back and to untuck our toes and come back into tabletop. Inhale, lift up that left hand all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle. So pass your left hand all the way through. You may stay here, allowing that twist to be mindful as you open up through that left shoulder. Maybe you extend out that left or that right hand, right arm, breathing in. Or if it's an option for you, you can take your bind here. Breathing in, try to feel the movement here. Try to feel the openness that's happening through your upper body right now and through the hips. Maybe you begin to extend out that right leg all the way back, breathing in and exhale. One more time. Try to listen to your breath here. And exhale. Release right knee down. And then when you're ready, press down with that right hand underneath your shoulder. Inhale, lift up, left hand all the way up. And exhale. Release back, hips into the heels. And begin to rest here. Breathing in. Lift up your hips. When you're ready, we're gonna begin to engage our core. So just begin to press those hands. So fingers down, press them in your low back. And when you're ready, you're trying to reach those elbows together and then come all the way into the back as you inhale and you lift up your heart. Try to engage your pelvis, your hips, and try to feel the arch in your spine. Coming back to center. If you're here, you can try to reach, leaving that left hand back to support your low back. Try to reach that right foot here. Breathing in, inhale, maybe looking up. Notice the muscles that are engaging. And then release. Switch it up. Right hand into your low back. And left foot comes close into your glutes. Try to reach it with your left hand. Breathing in. Gazing up. And then just release. Back down. Release into the mat. Hips into the heels. And then we're gonna come all the way up once again. Inhale, open up your arms, give yourself a nice hug. Breathing in, arch your back. And then release your hips back down. Inhale, switch up your arms the way you hug in. Inhale, lift up your hips. Hug yourself for everything you're doing good right now. Breathing in. And then release back down. Release your hands, coming to Anjali Mudra. Hands touching, hands kissing. You may place your thumbs in your forehead, in your third eye, or in your heart. Breathing in. Get to know yourself. See what your body needs, what your body's feeling. Just open up into this flow. Breathing in. And breathing out. Once again, breathe in. Pressing firmly through the hands. And exhale. Open up your hands. Shifting forward. Peeling your heart down. And then come all the way back. As you bend your knees, release those hips down. Try to arch your back. And then release your hips once again towards the back. Come all the way back. We're gonna stretch a little bit, only if it feels good for you. Supporting ourselves with our hands. We're gonna try to lift up our knees slightly in. We're stretching our ankles here, breathing in, and becoming stronger through the core. Release back down. And then just place your hands forward. All the way back. We're gonna release our hands down, arching our back once again, coming to puppy pose. In puppy pose, you have two options. So you may place that forehead down into the mat, connecting your internal thoughts, your thoughts into the earth, and gently releasing them, surrendering them. Or you may place your chin down into the mat if it's part of your practice. Be gentle. And just try to lift up those sit bones as you engage them towards each other. When you're ready, begin to push yourself back up into tabletop. Breathing in. Once again, arch your back. And then exhale, push it back down. Tuck your toes when you're ready. Lift up your hips, downward facing dog. So come into your Adho Mukha Svanasana and feel the same here. Feel the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your hips, of your heart. Shifting that energy for yourself to feel better. Just starting your day. Inhale, lifting up those heels all the way up, and then exhale, releasing them down. Breathing in, gazing towards the front of the mat. And then when you're ready, begin to walk your feet all the way towards the front of the mat. All the way towards the front of the mat. We're gonna inhale, breathing in, halfway up. Your hands can be on your shins or right in front of the mat. Sit bones high up but engaging towards each other. So magnetize them towards each other. Exhale, fold forward. Then begin to roll, hanging heavy through the hands, roll all the way up. Move the same way you moved before, opening up for a nice hug for yourself. Breathing in. Hug it in and then arch your back slightly, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward. Release those hands. Roll once again all the way up. Allow the head to be nice and heavy. Moving the spine through the tailbone all the way up. Hug it in. Other arm or opposite arm to come up. And then hugging it in. Arch your back. And then exhale as you open up your hands nice and wide. And then fold forward once again. Inhale, halfway up. We're gonna come into Malasana, so squat pose. Begin to gently just shift your feet out, your heels in. Breathing in. You're gonna come into your Malasana, your squat pose. Gently bring those hands to Anjali Mudra. Thumbs into your heart, inhale, breathing in. Remember, you can rest always in a block or in a thick book. Breathing in. You can stay here, nice and engaged here. Allow those hips to open up. Go ahead, back into the front of the mat. So if you're here, we're gonna begin to press those hands down, lift up our hips. And then as we stay here, we're gonna press nice and firmly, so hands nice and aligned, and then step that left foot back. Engage your core and come into your white lunge. Breathing in. Make sure your hips are not hanging here. You wanna lift them up and engage your core muscles. Breathing in. As you exhale, step that right foot back and allow your spine, your whole chest, your heart to come all the way forward into plank pose. As you exhale, bend the knees, bring them down, bend your chest, hug your elbows in, and then allow the chin to come down. Lift up those sit bones. Inhale up into your cobra pose, breathing in, pressing through the psoas muscles, through the pelvic floor muscles. And then exhale, back through child's pose, hips towards the back, tuck the toes, and then lift up the hips. Breathing in. Take 2 full deep breaths here. Try to listen to your breath. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale once again. And exhale. When you're ready, begin to bend your knees, gaze forward. You can walk this time too, or hop if you like. So if you're hopping, you're coming back into the center of the mat, aligning your feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. When you're ready, begin to come back into your Malasana pose. So open up. So open up your feet. Heels in, and then release gently into your Malasana. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing in. Hands to heart center. When you're ready, press down. Shift up your hips. And then when you find your alignment, you're nice and steady, you're gonna step that right foot back this time. Come into your wide lunge. Breathing in. Try to bring the tailbone towards the back heel. And then step that left foot back. Roll it all the way forward. Stay on plank pose. You may release down your knees or just exhale down into your chaturanga pose. Inhale up into cobra or upward facing dog. Lifting up those hips off the mat, off the earth. And then bend your knees and release back into the mat. Come down into child's pose. Release the forehead down. Just extending your arms forward. Surrendering them. Placing those palms into the sky. Begin to roll back down. Press through the palms. pressing to the thighs, breathing in. Open up your hands. Shifting forward, back into tabletop. Tuck your toes and shift it back. Bending your knees. When you're ready, bring those feet together. You're gonna inhale, lift up that right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend that right knee and open up into scorpion tail. And then come back, lengthening that right leg. And then step that right foot forward. We're gonna pivot the back foot at a 90-degree angle and then come all the way up into warrior two. So breathing in, stacking those wrists, nice and aligned with the shoulders. Stacking them almost on top of the knees. Breathing in. You're gonna flip the front palm, shift forward, and then back, releasing gently that left hand into the thigh. Breathing in, try to gaze towards that right arm. Maybe lift up that left hand and press forward with your left hand. Release it back down and back into that left leg. And then come back forward into warrior two. As you're here, we're gonna release the right arm down into the front of the foot, on the inside of the foot. You may place that block if you need to, and then go ahead and place that right palm down. Inhale, lift up, come into your extended side angle. Breathing in. And breathing out. When you're ready, begin to release. Left hand down. You may remove that block if you can, if you feel comfortable. Release that left knee down and then pivot that right foot out into the side. We're coming into lizard lunge. As you allow those hips to release, allow the right knee to release, maybe untuck the back foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming back to center. Tuck the back foot and lift up your hips. We're gonna begin to walk our hands towards the left side of the mat. Pivot both of the feet together. Come into your wide-legged. Inhale, lift up, heart up. And then exhale, folding forward. Your arms can be nice and aligned with your shoulders. Elbows align with the wrists. Or maybe you want to push it a little bit forward, a little bit more today, and just walk your hands underneath your legs. Breathing in. Be mindful of your legs, of your knees. Try to micro bend your knees as you try to push your hips a little bit on top, or more aligned with the ankles, with the feet. When you're ready, allow those hands to be underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway up. And then gently, we're gonna begin to bend that left knee. Pivot the foot slightly out, and then begin to bend into your side lunge. Supporting yourself with your hands, breathing in. You may also place blocks underneath your hands, if you like. And then inhale, come back up, and begin to walk towards the front of the mat. Good job, guys. Come into your runner's lunge. So feet in between your hands. Inhale, lift up that right arm. And then exhale, release it. Step that right foot back. Bend your knees. Release your chest. Surrender your chin and your heart down. Inhale, up into your cobra. Untuck the toes. And try to reach those elbows together. Feel the strength you're building through your low back and the openness through your hamstrings. Releasing your hips all the way back. Untucking the toes and lifting up into a downward facing dog. Feet together, inhale, lift up that left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that left knee, open up to scorpion tail, balancing your weight through the shoulders and your arms. Inhale, lift up, lengthen that left leg. Almost there, step that left foot forward. Breathing in. Pivot the back foot, open up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Hands and arms are aligned. And you're gazing towards that left middle finger. Left hand. Breathing in. Nice and strong. Flip the front palm, shift forward. And then exhale, release it back. Feeling strong here. Maybe you want to push yourself by lifting up and pressing forward with that right arm. Breathing in. And then release that right hand back into that right leg. Inhale, come back to Warrior 2. Breathing in, exhale, release left hand down on the inside of that left foot. You can stay on a block if you like, or you can just release that left hand down. Inhale, right arm overhead. Begin to lengthen as you breathe in through that right side body. And try to bring those ribs towards the midline. As you exhale, release that right hand down. Pivot towards the front of the mat and then release that right knee down. Without smashing a kitty. Go ahead and untuck the back foot if you feel more comfortable. And then just pivot out that left foot a little bit more. If you're here on your lizard lunge, just breathe in. And breathe out. Breathing. And breathe out. Let's feel our bodies moving while at the same time surrendering. When you're ready, bring that left knee slightly in towards the left shoulder and then tuck the back foot, lift up your knee and begin to walk your hands this time towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Maybe you press that left hand down right underneath your heart and then inhale, right hand all the way up. Taking a twist as you level out your hips, micro bending your knees, and reaching high up as if you're grabbing somebody's pulling you out. Breathing in. Exhale, release and switch. Right hand down, left hand all the way up. One more time, just reaching for someone, breathing in. And then exhale, fold. As we're here, we're gonna support ourselves. And we're gonna pivot out slightly that right foot, beginning to bend through that right knee. Coming to your side lunge, you're supporting here, maybe with some blocks or just with your hands. over stretch, breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready, shift your hips towards the front of the mat, pivot your feet, and then come into your runner's lunge. So that left hand comes into the left side of the mat. Breathing in. When you're ready, inhale, lift up that left hand. Take a twist. Exhale, release. Breathing in. Step that right foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open up your hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. When you're ready, we're gonna lift up that right foot in, or right knee in, breathing in. You can stay here. And maybe you want to extend out your right foot. So you want to grab it with your peace fingers, working on your balance, gazing forward. Breathing in. And if you're here, you would like to open up, you can do the same as you bend out that right knee. Breathing in, open up that right hip. I'm going to do it extending, just to show you guys. So you can gaze forward, or you can try to work your way towards, gazing towards the left side. Coming back to center. If you're bending that right knee, just release it here. Staying on Tadasana just for a moment, breathing in. And exhale. Breathe into your mountain pose once again. Extending out your fingertips and exhale. When you're ready, bend out your left knee in. Staying here, working on that right foot, right ankle. Gazing here. You can stay here once again, grabbing the top of the shin to open up, or the front. And then if you're extending, just grab with your peace fingers, breathing in, try to extend out as much as you can your left leg. Breathing in. Working with patience, slowly moving as you open up. Maybe gazing towards the front or moving towards the right side. Breathing in. Coming back to center. Ooh, slowly and gently. If you're here, we're releasing that left leg down. Open up your arms, bend your knees. Come into your Utkatasana, your chair pose. As you find your alignment, you lengthen through the spine. You roll it all the way up as you gaze towards those fingers. Align your hands, your arms with your ears, breathing in. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. And then we're gonna open up, once again, to our squat pose. Breathing in. Just like we did before, so pivot out your feet. Inhale, hands to heart center. Working our way towards those hamstrings. Inviting more light and more space right in between your low ribs and your hips. Gently release your hands down. When you're ready, just lift up your hips slightly in, find your alignment, and then step that left foot back. Stay here on your wide lunge. Breathing in. Gazing slightly up, slightly arching. And as you exhale, lengthen that right leg back. You can use blocks here if it's too hard. Just move those blocks. Use them for yourself, for your body, of how you feel. So as you lengthen that right leg, deepening our stretch here, breathing in. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, push it back. Lengthening through that right hip back towards the back of the mat. Breathing in. Inhale, come all the way up and forward. Once again, exhale, push it back. You can do it. And then come back into your wide lunge. You may remove those blocks. Step that right foot back. And then exhale, release those knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, all the way up into your high cobra pose. Heart up, expanding. And then exhale, release. Push through the hips into the heels. And then gently begin to round your spine as you lift up your hips. Come all the way up. You may stay here. You can also tuck your toes. We're gonna repeat, but get a little bit deeper into a full camel pose. So if you haven't done this before, just be careful. You always want to tuck your pelvis. So breathing in, you may stay here, just like we did before, lifting up your heart, becoming stronger here, or opening up by placing that right hand down into the ankle and that left hand into the ankle. If you're here, you want to tuck the pelvis in as you lift up your heart, and then you release your head back. Notice how your shoulders are open, your spine is open, and you tuck the pelvis to stay stronger. Begin to move and shift your hands towards your low back, supporting yourself. Open up your hands, give yourself a nice hug, roll it in. Stay here with your low on your hips, breathing in. And then exhale, release those hands towards the thighs. Come back towards the front of the mat, breathing in. Tucking those toes. Inhale, all the way up into your cow pose. Exhale, cat. Releasing. Good job, guys. Let's untuck the toes. And we're gonna rest just for a little bit on your child's pose, extending out. You may choose to open up your knees nice and wide, staying on your forehead or maybe on your chin if you tried it before. Be mindful of your neck, of your triceps, and your biceps extending, expanding, and breathing in more air. As you challenge your body to open up and your mind to calm down. And rest as you surrender. Shift your body forward. Hips down. Bend your knees. Open up. You're a nice swan. All the way up. And then exhale. Shift back. Tuck your toes. Bring your knees together. And push your hips back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, bend your knees. We're gonna try this one more time. You can walk, you can hop into your squat pose. So nice and wide. Try to jump wide. Breathing in. Come back into Malasana, your squat pose. Hands to heart center. Exhale. When you're ready, lift up your hips. Breathing in. And step that right foot back. Breathing in. Back into your squat. If you're here, again, you can use those blocks to support you. We're going to begin stretching that left leg up and back. Breathing in. Inhale, reach back forward. If you're not using blocks, just go ahead and lift up your heart. Breathing in. Exhale. Lengthen that left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Shift back. When you're ready, come back to your lunge. And step that left foot back. Shift your body forward. Stay on plank. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. And then exhale, bending your knees, releasing them to your child's pose. So just gently release here your hips. Allow your mind to settle in. Maybe you have your chin down, just breathing in and resting. Just begin to round your spine. We're going to cross our legs and come back into a seated pose. As you stretch your legs forward, transitioning into your Dandasana, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Bend that right knee out into the side. So you have two options. You can fold forward, facing towards that left leg, or you can fold into the side. This is a deeper stretch. So try to turn your whole torso towards the right knee. And then begin to lengthen and walk your left hand down towards where you feel comfortable. As you inhale, lifting up that right hand all the way up. And maybe you begin to rest that hand on that left leg or right in front of it. Or behind it, it's also okay. So breathing in. Relaxing here and deepening your stretch to the right ribs, to the right arm. Allow the pose to teach you about your body. Coming back into neutral and then switching it up. Bend that left knee out. Place your left foot towards the inside of that right thigh. And then shift your torso towards the left side. You may stay here as well, or you can fold forward towards that right leg. If you're coming into a deeper stretch, just try to walk and see how you feel here. To inhale, lifting up that left arm overhead. You can stay here or place that right hand or right forearm into the mat. As you press and release your left hip down into the earth, you try to breathe in and you try to let go at the same time. Let go of what doesn't serve you today. Let go of what's not good for you, not healthy. And begin to create those healthy habits. Like moving your body, moving your spine, opening your heart. becoming more sensitive towards what the body tells you and the mind tells you. Coming back to neutral. We're gonna extend out our legs forward, pointing our toes. Then place your hands behind you. We're nice and stretched through the shoulders. So we're gonna try this as you lift up your hips. You have to become nice and strong. So place your arms nice and firmly where you feel is right for you, but also aligning yourself. Inhale, press with the feet or the toes down towards the mat as you lift up your hips and you feel strong through the core. You let go of the head. Breathing in. One more breath. And then exhale, release those hips down. Bend your knees, nice and wide. Feet together. Inhale. Lengthen and grow tall through your spine. Shine through the crown of the head. And then exhale, peel your heart down. Surrendering into the flow. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, fold. Coming back towards the center. We're gonna extend out our legs nice and wide. So I'll face you guys, breathing in. Just how you feel comfortable. You may also place maybe some blankets or some pillows, small pillows underneath your knees to support you. Breathing in. Gently place or turn that torso towards the right side. You can stay here or try to fold forward, supporting yourself with that right hand. Maybe touching your right calf, your right shin. Breathing in and breathing out as you try to fold. Notice the openness through your hamstrings. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming back up. Feeling good through the openness. Switch it up. Twist towards that left side. Lengthen as you inhale and then exhale, fold. Try to say something positive to yourself at this time. Come back to center. Breathing in. And then bring your knees together once again. We're gonna bend out that right leg in. So this time, we're gonna move sugar for this. So you're gonna bend that right knee in, you're gazing forward. You can stay here wrapping with that right arm, breathing in. As you try to reach with your left hand, you try to fold forward or reach down. If you're here, slightly in, it's perfectly okay. Or you can try to bring that right elbow, right arm, and right shoulder on the inside of the knee. So if you're here, you're working your way down, or maybe you're trying to wrap behind you. If you've never done this, this is gonna feel a little weird, but it's okay. We're just opening up deeper. So if you're rolling back, if you've done this before, just try to bind with that right arm. Try to bind your right knee, your right leg. Breathing in. Maybe you go towards the back and you're still folding forward. This is gonna feel amazing on your spine if you practice it more and more. It opens up new muscles that we didn't know we had. So breathe in and breathe out. Coming back, releasing and switching it up. Left knee in, bending, extending out, expanding through your heart, heart up. Again, just stay here wrapping, trying to move and shift your heart forward. Maybe walking your hand towards that right leg, towards the front of the mat, maybe to try to reach that right foot. Or go ahead and tuck your left shoulder on the inside of that left knee. Then walk your way towards the front of the mat, and then walk with your left hand behind you if you're going deeper on this pose. Maybe you have one hand behind you. Maybe you try to push back and try to touch your hands. Notice the left hip and the muscles running up through your spine, the left side of your torso. Breathing in. Keep that left knee tucked towards the ribs. And then release when you're ready. Release your left leg. And then we're gonna gently come into towards the mat, to rest. Just sway from side to side, your knees. And then extend out your right leg. We're gonna bring in that right leg, kick high up, just like we did before. Begin to flex, bringing your toes towards the shins, or dorsiflexing your toes. And then maybe you begin to grab with your right hand, you grab your leg. As you grab it, you notice where you're at. You can always keep that right knee bent as well. Notice where you're at. Maybe you can reach high up. But then we're gonna switch hands. So bring that left hand on the outside of that right calf, or maybe right thigh if you're bending it, or maybe right foot. So that right hand comes into the hip. You're breathing in. And then as you exhale, you want to push with your left hand, push the leg towards the left side. Breathing in. And breathing out. Come back to center. Switch up your hands just like we had before. The left hand goes on your hip. And then this time we open up that right leg towards the right side. We can stay here. If you're bending, just grab it and wrap around once again. Or maybe you're touching the outside of your foot. Breathing in, open up. When you're ready, begin to bend if you're not already bending your knee. Bend that right leg, breathing in. And then pressing that right knee down as your right foot. It's facing the sky. Breathing in to your half happy baby. Go ahead and release that right leg. Bend your right knee in. If you're staying bending, you can stay here or stretch out nice and long through the left leg. Again, you're grabbing to kind of see where you feel comfortable today. If you're bending or if you're stretching nice and long through the leg, you're grabbing the left calf, the outside, or the outside of the left foot. Breathing in. We're switching hands, Just where your left hand is, that right hand comes, and then your left hand goes into the hip. So as you exhale, I'll demonstrate it through the foot. As you exhale, bring that left leg into the right side. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming back to center. If you have that right hand on your calf or the outside of the foot, let's switch it up. Switch up hands on your calf or on your knee. Breathing in and open up to the side. I'm sorry. If you have it on your foot, your hand can stay on the outside of your foot. So breathe in. Ready, just begin to bend your left leg, almost coming into a happy baby. So grabbing the outside of that foot, maybe the calf, you can stay here. Just allowing that shin and that knee to root down towards the earth. And then release back down. Release into your Shavasana, allowing your hands to feel heavy, allowing your shoulders to breathe in the new energy you've created for yourself. Enjoying every single moment that life gives you. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling refreshed, renewed. Vinyasa is the most important part of yoga. The part where we get to rest, where we get to observe everything we have done for ourselves. Your body thanks you, your mind thanks you. Feel free to stay here or begin to roll into the right side of the mat, allowing yourself to roll into your nice fetal pose. Observe the lightness within your heart, the lightness within your rib cage. And just begin to press yourself all the way up when you're ready. You can meet me into the seated pose. And once again, open up your arms. Nice and strong. Give yourself or anybody that you would like to send a hug, a big hug into. Give yourself a hug. Or dedicate this hug to someone. And then release. Hands to heart center. Breathing in. And then exhale. One more time, breathe in. And exhale. The light within me honors the light within you. Thank you so much for practicing